Have you ever wondered why dignity, honor, and respect always are tied to a woman's veil, but never to a man's shirt? This question keeps on circling in my mind, and today I wanted to talk about that. Let's open up the conversation on Pardah. Welcome to Dimag Khula, and I am Noor Arora, the place where we open our minds, question traditions, and have real conversation that often stay unspoken. So today's topic is Parda, not just a piece of cloth, but as a symbol, as an idea, as something that has shaped women's lives for almost centuries. So, parda, a word that carries weight, a cloth that has been wrapped around the faces of number of women, but around their lives, their choices, their freedoms too. Some call it a protection, some call it respect, some call it tradition. But does it truly mean for the women who are having it or live behind that parda? If we look back into history, parda is not just about modesty. It was about some kind of control. In ancient societies, parda was a way to ensure that their women's were unseen, unheard, and somewhere very unnoticed. A way to keep them inside the walls of their homes. The world was confined. Their roles were very defined. कि तुमको यही करना है, अब तुम यही करोगी. Back then, a woman was considered honorable only if she was hidden. Her silence was her respect. Her invisibility was her dignity, and for her family, for generations, women carried these burden quietly, patiently, and without any complaint. But now in 21st century, the times have changed, and with the time, women have changed too. Slowly, step by step, women have started stepping out of those walls. They went to schools, they went to colleges. They have higher qualifications now. Now they are going to work. And with every step, the meaning of parda has started to shift. Earlier, the women inside the veil just helped their families in the household chores in very silent ways. They managed households, raised children, and gave endless emotional support to their family, their husband. Like they were the backbone of the family. But their contribution somehow was still so much invisible to the family, unrecognized, and often taken for granted. And now just look around you. Today's women, modern women, who do almost everything they can, almost everything they're supposed to do, not carry a parda in the old sense, helping their families far beyond tradition. They are not only giving love and affection and kind of emotional strength to their family, but they are also bringing financial strength, which I think is the backbone of any family. They stand shoulder to shoulder with their husbands, supporting them and their families in almost every possible way. So these women dress smart, carry themselves with almost all the confidence, wearing heels, and not just a piece of cloth that decides their worth. Their parda is their confidence. Their parda is not the confidence, their education, their independence is. They're not hiding behind a veil. They're standing tall in the world and building homes, building careers, nurturing children along, and then building futures. Now, this doesn't mean that a woman who wears parda has no strength. Absolutely not. Even every woman behind a veil or without it carries her own story, carries her own strength. But the point here arises that dignity does not come from a cloth, does not come from covering your face. Respect does not come from hiding. A woman is not defined by what she covers, but how she contributes, by how she lives, by how she stands for her family and for herself, most importantly. I have often seen men walk outside freely, just in a vest, laughing, enjoy the cup of tea, and enjoying the breeze. And right beside a woman is wrapped in a heavy layer of cloth, even in the hot summer, while she's scrubbing the floors and carrying water. Why is his dignity? My question is, why is his dignity safe in West but hers only in the veil? This is a question we must ask ourselves. These modern women have shown us the strength is not in silence. Strength is in standing tall and speaking what you feel wrong, speaking out and balancing everything life throws at them. They are like the daughters, wife, professional leaders who are doing almost everything possible. They are holding their families together, not just emotionally, but but also in the way that becomes the real power in the today's world for a man. Parda then is no longer about clothes. It's about the mindset, and today's women are breaking that old mindset every single day by proving them. So, the next time you think of a parda, look at any other woman who is having the parda, don't just think of it as a fabric, think of it as a symbol. Ask yourself, what kind of parda do we need? A parda that hides women, hides her face, or the parda that really protects her dignity while letting her shine, letting her do what she wants. Because the truth is, real parda is not on the face. Real parda is in our eyes, in our mind, in our thoughts, in the way we choose, we see, and how we respect women. And maybe when we start seeing women not as the shadows behind a veil, but as equal to what we are, equal to like who can walk besides us, we realize that parda was never about them. It is always about us. So, thank you for listening and opening up your mind with me. This is Noor Arora on the Dimag Khula channel. So stay tuned for like more conversations that matter. Such conversations will develop a deep insight and let us think about the issues that are really prevailing in society. So if you like the video, don't forget to comment and like this channel. Also subscribe to the channel Dimag Khula and let me know if there is any other thought that you have constantly in your mind and you wish to discuss that. I'll wait for your comments and read all of them. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye.